Kia ora, off-grid native. Today we've got a call that a net's been set and there's some sharks that were left here for someone's bycatch, and so we're going to utilise this, and what we're going to be looking at is drying shark. So it's called Pāwhara, the art of drying meat, fish. You can do this with anything, but we're going to show you with the shark today. So these here are the livers. We're also going to use those and render those down for shark liver oil. Turn this bit back to the ocean. Take off these fins. We always put a knife down the back, down its backbone. And as if you're keeping the shark for any time. You're keeping the shark for some time and you're going to store it, and you're not doing it straight away. You take out all this bit. And that's the bit that will make it taste like ammonia. I'll put my knife in on top of the backbone and I'm just going to run it all the way down there, just like that. So all these fins in this could be dried. We're going to chop this up, we're going to dry that, teach you how to dry that. And normally what we'd do is I'd put in, all of the stuff would go back into the garden, reuse any sort of scraps, but we've just filled our garden, so, and then put down all our seedlings, so we won't be doing that today. I'll put that back to the ocean. So one important thing is when you get home, always sort out your kaimoana, your seafood. Always sort it out, never just leave it sitting in the bottom of somewhere and sort it out later. I always deal with it straight away. We're making a few hooks to hang the Pāwhara on the washing line. So he's going to cut off sections, bend one end forward and bend the other end back. So here's all of our hooks into our meat. We've got all of our meat up here, we've got all of our shark, and that's all drying. We want to have a bit of space between each one so the air can get around, and you want it to sort of create a crust on it so nothing can get in there. So this is day one. We'll get a bit more air around that and I'll bring it in the night time. So this is our Pāwhara, our dry shark, and this has been hanging on the washing line for 1 week now, and you can see it's lost most of its weight. It's probably gone down to about nearly a fifth of its original size and weight. So this is a way that you could carry a whole shark into the bush and live off it for weeks. So a little story here about my great-grandfather, Mita Wuramu. One day they were drying their shark on the washing line, and they happened to be out and they didn't pull the shark in. It was a full moon. Left it out on the full moon and they both got really bad food poisoning and nearly died. So that's a good general rule of thumb. Drying meat, if you're hanging meat, if you're hanging sheep, anything, keep it out of the full moon. That means bring it under cover or put it under something where it won't be directly exposed to the full moon, because it will turn your meat rotten overnight and it's very dangerous for your health. Other than that, that's pretty straightforward. How to do Pāwhara. A faster way that you could have done this is adding salt to it. You can add salt and that'll dry meat even faster. If you don't have salt, you can dip it into salt water, pull it out. That was the way it was done in the old days. Dip it in, pull it out, dip it in, re-salt it, and that'll dry the meat down even faster. But this is just natural with nothing, because I sort of want to show you the most difficult way, and then you can learn the easier ways later. But if you learn the most difficult way to preserve, it's always going to be easy. So yeah, that's it on Pāwhara. If you only remember one thing, remember, keep it out of the moon. Your first 5 days are crucial for drying your meats. First 3 days, really crucial. And then after that, I also just slowly let it dry somewhere. Keep it on a washing line or something for another 2 weeks, just to make sure all that water content's out of it. Now you will get, we've got these little wasps and things hanging on it, and you may even get flies, but after about 2 days, nothing will really penetrate the skin of this. It gets really solid, so it's quite safe. You know, obviously if you start getting something like maggots go into it, you know that it has been penetrated, and what you might have done there is you might have 2 thick slabs of meat, and so you haven't got the water content out, or you might not have had enough air circulation to dry it. Now, a really good point is that your flies will come around down here. Here's an example, because I've got the washing line low. You can see that there's a fly there. If you put this washing line up and put it higher, flies don't fly up high. They don't like the wind. So when we put that up there, those wasps will come to it, but the flies won't. So I hope you learnt something there and got something out of that, and now you can go home and dry your own meat. It's a great technique, it's a survival technique, because anyone can catch 50 fish, but when a week goes by with no fridge, you know, how are you looking then? You just have a pile of rotten fish. So you've got to know how to preserve things. So yeah, like, subscribe, and join the Off-Grid Native family.